Sister Wives Preview. Meri and Cristin Brown talk for first time since drama. In a preview for the Sunday, November 10th episode of Sister Wives, Meri Brown and Cristin Brown Woolley come face to face. This is the first time they will talk since everything went down in Flagstaff with Cristin leaving. She shared that she had no interest in staying connected to Meri or Robin Brown. Now, so much has changed and they will get a chance to reconnect, but how will it go down? Keep reading for more details. Meri and Cristin Brown talk for first time since drama. When Cristin Brown Woolley announced she was leaving the Plural family in early 2021, there was a lot of hurt. She explained that she was going to keep in touch with one sister wife, and that was Janelle Brown. However, with the way that things were at the time, she did not care to have relationships with Meri Brown or Robin Brown. Robin was devastated and felt betrayed while Meri ran to her sister wife's side to console her. Meri was not even there to see Cristin off when she and Truly moved to Utah. Yet, a lot has changed since Cristin bravely left the Plural family. Meri not only left, as well, but she also obtained a church release, which is the equivalent to a divorce. So, she is no longer beholden to Cody Brown, either, and the same goes for Janelle Brown. She just has not taken any steps when it comes to the church. Now, Cody is down to only one wife, and they are trying to live their best lives. In a preview of the upcoming episode of Sister Wives, Cristin and Meri will finally talk, but how will that go down? The whole family is gathering to celebrate Cristin and Cody's daughter, Gwendolyn Brown, and her fiancé, Beatriz Quiros. Meri Brown's hope is that they can all get along, and she does get to meet David Woolley, whom she is very kind to. By she and Cristin Brown Woolley getting along, that is them being on their best behavior. Meri congratulates the two and Cristin jokes she stalked him. In return, Meri warns her about that, referencing her traumatic catfishing escapade. Cristin Brown Woolley laughs and appreciates that Meri Brown can now joke about that awful time in the family's life. She then shares in her confessional how strange it is to see Cristin with someone new, just like it will be when Janelle Brown moves on. Even when Meri moves on, it will be strange because they have only ever been known with Cody. However, Janelle was married to Meri's brother, but that was short-lived, so she is referring to longevity, and they were the OG3. Finally, Cristin shows Meri the tattoos she and David will be getting, and they get along far better now that they are not forced to. The familiar hum of the Brown family driveway felt different today, as though the air was charged with anticipation. Cristin, who'd recently found a new sense of self, and Meri, who was often guarded, were meeting alone for the first time since everything changed. The drama, the split, the redefinition of their family. It all loomed large in the background as Cristin nervously paced outside. For once, this wasn't about Cody or the lifestyle they'd once shared. It was about clearing the air, sister to sister. Meri's SUV pulled up slowly, the crunch of gravel under the tires punctuating Cristin's anxious breaths. Cristin adjusted her scarf, fingers fidgeting with its edges. She wondered how Meri would react. After all, they hadn't exactly left things on the best terms. The years had brought them more distance than closeness, and since she'd left, the tension had only grown. Would this be another polite but strained exchange, or was there a chance for real understanding? Meri emerged from her car, her expression unreadable. As she approached, her posture was calm but guarded, eyes assessing Cristin in that practiced way she had, like someone who'd learned to keep her emotions carefully in check. "Hey, Cristin," Meri began, her voice soft but firm. "Thanks for meeting with me." Cristin offered a warm, somewhat hesitant smile. "I'm glad you came, Meri. I think it's time we talked." The silence stretched between them, awkward and heavy. Cristin could feel the weight of everything unsaid pulling on her heart. It was like standing on a cliff, looking out over all the years they'd spent together, as wives, as friends, and sometimes as rivals. "So," Cristin said, breaking the silence, "where do we start?" Meri exhaled, folding her arms protectively. "I'm not sure," she admitted. "We've both been through a lot." Her voice softened. "And maybe we've been through more than we realized, separately." Cristin nodded. "I think that's true," she said, feeling the truth of it settle between them. "You know, Meri, I always thought we were competing for something. But now I see things differently." Meri's face registered a mix of surprise and cautious hope. "Competing? What do you mean?" "For Cody's attention, mostly," Cristin admitted, her voice barely above a whisper. "All those years, I felt like I was always trying to be the favorite wife. To be enough. But I see now that it wasn't fair to either of us. And it wasn't fair to me either. Mary's eyes softened. I never wanted you to feel that way, Cristin. I know I wasn't always open with you, but I was hurting too. I had my own struggles with him and with myself. They stood there, two women finally speaking the words they'd both held inside for far too long. Cristin took a breath, bracing herself for what she had to say next. Meri, I don't think you ever really saw me, she said, her voice tinged with a sadness she couldn't hide. And maybe I never really saw you either. We were too busy trying to survive in our own corners. Meri looked down, guilt flashing across her face. You're probably right, she murmured. I was so wrapped up in my own issues that I didn't see yours. But it's not like I didn't want to. I just didn't know how. Cristin took a step closer, her gaze steady. That's what I want us to change, Meri. I want us to really see each other, finally. For the first time, Meri's defensive posture relaxed. She took a deep breath, her hand brushing a strand of hair behind her ear. I think that's what I want to. And maybe it starts with being honest about how much all of this has hurt. The tension between them seemed to soften, the edges of years-old wounds exposed to the light. Cristin took another step, feeling braver now. You know, Meri, I always thought you were so strong. But now I realize, maybe that strength was just armor. Meri's eyes glistened, a flicker of vulnerability surfacing. It was, she admitted quietly. I've been holding on to so much pain. Pain from Cody, yes, but also from feeling alone. Like I wasn't a part of the family anymore. Cristin's heart ached at Meri's words. I'm sorry, Meri, she said, her voice breaking slightly. I didn't know. I should have reached out sooner, should have tried harder. Meri shook her head. No, Cristin. We were both hurting. And maybe we both needed this distance to see things clearly. She reached out, placing a tentative hand on Cristin's arm. But maybe now we can start to mend things. Cristin felt a surge of emotion, realizing that, for the first time, she and Meri were truly connecting, without the baggage, without the competition, without Cody's shadow looming over them. Yes, she agreed, her voice filled with a newfound determination. I want that too. I want us to be able to move forward, as friends maybe. Meri smiled, a genuine warmth lighting up her face. I'd like that, she said. I'd like to know who you are now, Cristin. Outside of everything that's happened, outside of the old roles we played. Cristin felt a weight lift from her shoulders, a sense of peace settling over her. Then let's start fresh, she said, extending her hand in a gesture of friendship. No more competing, no more resentment. Just two women trying to figure out who they are and where they're going. Meri looked at Cristin's outstretched hand for a moment before clasping it firmly, her own smile spreading. Agreed. They stood there, hands clasped, feeling a quiet strength between them. They had faced so much together, but today felt like a new beginning. A chance to rewrite their story. For the first time in years, Cristin and Meri saw each other as they were, flawed, hurt, but also hopeful. And in that moment, they knew they were finally ready to let go of the past and embrace whatever came next together.